Test. Very good. Thanks for your patience. Good morning. Welcome to Treasure Coast Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Stuart, Florida. Today is November 16th, 2025. My name is John Morn, and I am your worship associate today. We are a welcoming congregation. We welcome people of all gender identities, ethnicities, ages, and backgrounds, recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every person. We are here to celebrate, affirm, and put into action the interconnected living mission of the Unitarian principles that you'll find printed on the back of your program. We broadcast and archive our services on YouTube, and to be put on our mailing list or to find out more information about us, please go to our website at tcuuc.org. At this time, please take a moment to silence your cell phones, which I didn't do either, so. Okay. It's a good reminder. We welcome anyone who is here for the first time, or maybe even the second time. Visitors, if you are comfortable, please step up to the microphone and introduce yourself. Okay, thank you so much. You can just, no, you don't have to say, but you can just tilt it down, it should be fine. Thank you, Aggie. Anyone else? Okay. Now, a few announcements before we start the service. There are announcements in your printed order of service over on the right-hand side and the inside, so you can see some events and details there. Next Sunday, we will be celebrating our alternate Thanksgiving, which was begun by our beloved Pamela Joy Corbin, who we lost just recently. We wanted to have an announcement about that, so Shari's going to tell you something. Oh, is there a microphone? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Good morning.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Shari Louise, and it is my honor to be, thank you, chairing this year's alternate Thanksgiving. Anyway, I will have the sign-up sheet for those of you who have not yet designated a dish that you would like to share. We ask that when you bring the dishes that they serve 8 to 10 people. Last year we had 55 people in attendance. It was wonderful and so delicious. And we need volunteers. I need volunteers to help clean up. And if you haven't yet signed up for setup on Saturday, that will be at 1 o'clock here to get it ready for our amazing feast and celebration. Thank you. And it's next Sunday. Yes, a week from today. Thank you.
Thanks, Shari Louise. Just put that there. Thanks. Okay. Anyone else? Oh, sorry. No, I've got the rest of the announcements. You may have noticed a few people are not here today that you might have expected to see, for example, up here. And among those people are some people who normally work in the kitchen. So Marguerite Gregory is working in the kitchen by herself today. So if a couple of you can volunteer to assist her after the service and for cleanup and that, she would really appreciate that. You still have the opportunity to see the Treasure Coast Youth Symphony tomorrow night at New Hope Fellowship in Palm City. Tickets are available at the door. And so that's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Also, the Compassion Bench, which Truman has talked to us about a lot from the Social Justice Committee. It's sponsored by TCUUC, St. Mary's Episcopal, and I can't remember the name of the Stewart Pentecostal Church. And it's at the Port Salerno Elementary. They're going to be dedicating that on Friday at 1:30, and we're invited to do that. It's in the playground, which is right in front of the front door at the church, so if you can attend, I know that will be a wonderful moment. They're going to dance, they're going to talk about what compassion means to them, so it'll be a great, great thing. 2 more compassion benches are coming at Pinewood Elementary and at Jensen Beach Elementary. We're going to be doing our last T-shirt sales. I think Friday is the last day, or next week? Next Sunday. But Janet's handling that, so if you're interested in getting a T-shirt for us, from us, then there are pictures of it, and that's $30. And the extra money will go to the Social Justice Committee, anything extra. And of course, we have our brown bag lunch every first and third Tuesday at Poppleton Creek Park, just down the road here near the dog park. It's a brown bag lunch at noon, and it's a wonderful event, a wonderful way to socialize with members of the service. And of course, we will have coffee and cookies after the service in Heston Hall across the way, and everybody's invited, including our special guests. I want to do some thanks for the people who are helping out with the service today. As you can see, we have some special guests today. Jackie Robbins has invited some members of the Treasure Coast Youth Symphony to join us today for several pieces. They were practicing earlier. I know it's going to be wonderful. So I want to thank Jackie and Daniela Castro and Mia Bella Reichenbach. And of course, Sandy and our choir. Our greeters today are Janet Grote, Judy Bajoris, Judith Watt, David Gray, and Shari Louise. We will get ushers, volunteers as we move along, so if you're thinking about that to help a little later, we'd appreciate it. Our tech, elf, and support team of Karina Poloni and a backup with Alistair Forrester. We thank them. And like I said, our hospitality team today is Marguerite Gregory, so any help you can provide will be appreciated. And as you may have guessed, yeah, I think she's working on it. I hear it going in and out, so. Bob is, our minister, Bob McDonald, is not here today. He has laryngitis. Okay, so he called our member Teixeira, and he's going to be doing the sermon today. The title is 3 Little Words, and we really thank Ken for filling in today for Bob. Really appreciate it. Now for the beginning of our service, we're going to light our chalice. Yeah. And
We're going to light it with something.
yep, we're going to light it with something. It's the B team here. We come from many places, along different paths, bringing different truths. We come from different histories and different realities, and yet we come together as one people, with faith that we can use our differences to heal ourselves and each other, to bring wholeness to a fractured world. The words of Pat Uribe Lichty. My reading today is from Alexander Pope, not a poet I've read a lot of, but this struck me as really timely. It's from an essay on man. Know then thyself, presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man, placed on this isthmus of a middle state, a being darkly wise and rudely great, with too much knowledge for the skeptic side, with too much weakness for the stoic's pride. He hangs between in doubt to act or rest, in doubt to deem himself a god or beast, in doubt his mind or body to prefer, born but to die, and reasoning but to err, alike in ignorance, his reason such, whether he thinks too little or too much, chaos of thought and passion, all confused, still by himself abused or disabused, created half to rise and half to fall, great Lord of all things, yet prey to all. The words of Alexander Pope. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more line. I thought that was it. Sole judge of truth, in endless error hurled, the glory, jest, and riddle of the world. So we're going to start today with our opening hymn, This Is My Song. I'm sorry, Prelude. It got cut off, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Prelude first. Thank you so much. Okay, now, stand if you like to sing our hymn, number 159, This Is Our Song. This is my song. Let us recite our affirmation, speaking the first verse and singing the second. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
The responsive reading this morning is number 521. Please read, and I will read with you the response. May I be no one's enemy, and may I be the friend of that which is eternal and abides. May I wish for every person and envy none. May I never rejoice in the ill fortune of one who has wronged me. May I, to the extent of my power, give needful help to all who are in want. May I never fail a friend. May I respect myself. May I always keep tame that which rages within me. May I accustom myself to be gentle and never be angry with others because of circumstances. May I know good people and follow in their footsteps. Eusebius. Okay, this morning, as always, we will offer our joys and sorrows individually. Please share with us a joy or a sorrow that is personal, it's not political or public, and please do what Shakespeare said and let the soul of know that brevity is the soul of wit. Be brief. Okay, Ms.
That's
Summer.
going to be hard. Okay. First of all, I do have a joy, and that is the sunshine every day for so many days. It really uplifts my soul. The other thing is an announcement I forgot to make, which is that the post-election support group is going to meet after the service and after a short coffee break. So please join us, and this is kind of political, but here I go. I don't know if anybody saw the CNN interview this morning, but that's a good place for us to start with the post-election support group.
Okay.
Hi, I just want to share a joy that made me feel pretty good this week. I've been going to House of Hope once a week to help a woman. I guess she would be the community liaison. I'm not sure of her title. But she told me that since this whole thing with SNAP and people not getting their food stamps and whatever, that they have had such an outpouring from the community of people giving that they can't even keep up with it, that they are just sending people out left and right. And even when I was there was a gentleman that called up that wanted to donate 30 turkeys, frozen turkeys,
Wow.
and people calling up saying, oh, I want to shop, what do you need? I want to shop for House of Hope. So that made me feel good.
Thank you. We'll move a stone for you in the church's river of life.
It was my joy to attend the amazing performance at the Unity the Methodist Church yesterday afternoon. At Trinity, thank you. It was Mendelssohn's symphony of praise, and it was 11 movements that were, it was the most spectacular thing I have ever witnessed. The symphony choral group was the best I've ever heard, and the orchestra, of which our beloved Jackie is a part of, performed magnificently. If you have a chance to go to one of their performances, it is a breathtaking, heart-wrenching, and uplifting feeling that you come away with.
You can go this afternoon to St. Bernadette's at 3 o'clock.
Oh,
In Portsmouth, West, California.
thank you.
California.
I think we'll move a stone. Anyone else? Carolyn.
I have a pretty joyful life, but yesterday I adopted a chimp from the chimp sanctuary, and I encourage everyone to go to Save the Chimps and check out what they have there. You can buy gifts for the chimps, you can adopt a chimp. My chimp's name is April. And it's really a great charity. Unfortunately, they don't let people in very often, but.
Okay, thank you. We will move one, do we move a stone in the river of life for those who have a joy or sorrow but do not feel comfortable to share it now? Okay, now we will sit and reflect for a moment. During this silent time, take a look at yourself. See what's there. See what you feel in your body. See what thoughts come up. See the disturbing feelings and the disturbing thoughts. See what it is that you're creating that makes this life, makes this moment, each moment, imperfect. Because each moment is naturally perfect. Now let us remain silent for a couple of minutes. And now let us sing our hymn, Spirit of Life. We will hum the first bar and then sing the second, stand or sit as you will.
we've come to that time in the service where we ask you to contribute to this wonderful thing that we do every week and to all the activities that the congregation is involved in. And I'd like to ask for volunteers. Oh, they're already here. Thank you. That was wonderful. Thanks again, Daniela and Mia Bella. Sorry. And I want to thank you, the congregation, for what you've contributed and others. And now Ken Teixeira is going to speak to us about 3 little words.
If this had been an announced sermon, I'm happy to fill in for Bob. If it had been an announced sermon, you would have been asking yourselves, what are those 3 little words? But I'll try to fill those in. And I'll try to do it by encouraging you not to nod too frequently. Let me tell you a little funny story. I used to work in a theater in Connecticut. It had about 50 or 60 seats in it, and they were all wicker chairs. And they were old, they were very comfortable. A few were falling apart, but they had one characteristic that when you moved in them, they squeaked. So when we were doing a play, we could tell if the audience was getting bored because they would squirt and we could hear the news. Now here, I know in Unitarian congregations we have great chairs and it's only the members that squeak. But I'll see if I can. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the obvious question, which is what are the three little words that can change your life? A very popular three-word phrase that has accompanied many warm encounters and is given great credit is, I love you. Clearly, this is high on the list of three-letter word phrases. It's high on mine. If meant sincerely and acted on mindfully, it's in fact the most valuable thing in the world. But I will argue that you can only express a deep, abiding, untrammeled love for others if you practice three other words. Drum roll, please. Those three words are, let it go. Do I sense some disappointment out there? Did you want something that sounded more profound? I say to you, there is nothing more profound in human behavior than the practice of letting it go. So what exactly is letting it go? We've all had a conversation with a friend where he says to you, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That was just terrible. And you've responded, no problem, I've let it go. I've forgotten all about it. The problem is, of course, you haven't let anything go. What you have done is play an old arcade game called Whack-A-Mole. Anybody happen to remember that? Yep, there was a board with a lot of holes in it for those who don't remember, and a little smiling mole with buck teeth would pop his head up, and you could hit him with a mallet. If you did, you got points, and it started coming up so fast. So what you've done is and you would keep knocking him down, getting points. And what will happen in the conversation with a friend I just read, you're not letting go. You're whacking the emotional mole down a little bit below the conscious level. It will pop up again. Psychologists call this suppression. I call it a contribution to a background misery, that sense of things just aren't right for a long time because you've been whacking so many things down. Then what is let it go? How do you truly let go? Well, let's start by understanding what it is we really need to let go. We have a brain that evolved to protect our DNA by protecting us, our loved ones, getting us fed, mated, nurturing the offspring. And our brain does this by using our senses to look at people, situations around us, and asking of each one of them, is this good for me or is it bad for me? That's what your brain does. It's doing this all the time. It's been doing this for decades. Now, the vast majority of what your brain sees just doesn't matter, and we even know what ganglion the brain does that. It filters that out, discards the irrelevant, and pushes the relevant on for further analysis. That analysis relies on memory and our logical and semantic powers to reach a simple conclusion. I like it, I don't like it. I got to get some, I got to stay away from it. Sounds simple, right? What's complicated is that some of these judgments are strong. I hate that elected official. I'm going to do whatever I can to get somebody else elected. Others are weaker and can border on the trivial. I'd prefer the Moose Tracks ice cream, please. And every level of importance in between, and they're all together at the same time. And of course, and it complicates things, your brain making these judgments and pulling them out of memory at a prodigious rate. Your brain is a judgment factory in a warehouse. That's what it does, and it does a fabulous job of it. I know because you're all here. All your brain's judgment have protected and sustained you over the years. Your brain has done a wonderful job of keeping you alive and safe, but not necessarily happy. A portion of your brain I'm going to call the self, that's what Buddha called it, and that's what I'm going to call it, makes and stores and remembers all these judgments, from the serious to the trivial, and it goes one step further, one giant step. And here it is. Yourself motivates you to satisfy these judgments. Your brain pushes you, and it does so by making you feel dissatisfied with the way things are. Yourself says, you got to get some of this, or you got to get rid of that. You will feel happy when you have made things the way yourself wants them to be. Attachments and aversions are what the Buddha called them. And so since you haven't made good all the judgments yourself has made, you feel a chronic dissatisfaction, ranging from a low-level discomfort to an overwhelming anguish, and anywhere in between at different times. So every tension you feel, every mild resentment, every yearning, every anxiety is all self-created. Surprise, it's not happening to you. It is you who are making yourself miserable, not your boss, not your spouse, not Donald Trump, not the guy who took your parking space. So I ask again, what is letting go? Don't worry, we're getting there. Any chairs squeaking out there? No. Don't allow that feeling of dissatisfaction to overwhelm you here. Okay, all this with your brain happens pretty much subconsciously. For example, your brain knows you need to focus on the traffic light changing color, when you rush to keep your child from putting her hand on the stove, when you need to find your car in the parking lot, to keep from falling down the stairs. You are a slave to its judgments and orders. Your consciousness, therefore, is often merely a puppet. Your strings are being constantly pulled, and it's yourself that's pulling the strings. Yourself is. You are doing it all. So here's the magic. If I find a way to pull the curtain back so you can see this judgmental process occurring, if you can see yourself pushing a judgment and feeling upon you, and you have an opportunity to not do what yourself is pushing you to do, then that judgment and dissatisfaction weaken. Sometimes partially, sometimes dramatically, sometimes it even vanishes entirely. When you see the wave, you become the ocean. It's like pulling the rug right out from under it. And so when you think it important, you can respond rather than mindlessly react. So the process of letting go is the process of simply seeing it occur, clearly and non-judgmentally. It's all inside you. The formal name for this is insight. But all it is seeing, witnessing with a clear, non-judgmental awareness, holding and cradling that feeling like a little baby. Of course, sometimes that feeling will be so strong that you're going to feel you're holding and cradling a thrashing alligator. It will take some patience to be able to hold it peacefully. So this insight and release are generally accomplished by meditation, by simply sitting and being ready, non-judgmentally, for whatever pops up, whatever is just behind the curtain. And when you do this, you now have two piercing eyes, the eyes of your clear attention looking at it. Yourself can't hide now. It can no longer work behind your back, so to speak, to drive you to feelings and behavior that make the moment unpleasant for you and for those around you. You have just rolled the curtain back somewhat. We have a name for this insight and release. We call it liberation. It's just like taking off handcuffs. Now, your immediate judgmental self is no longer in control of your moment-to-moment feelings. Instead, your consciousness is better at making decisions that are kind both to yourself and to everyone around you. And here's more magic. When this becomes a habit, when you frequently free yourself from the judgments and instructions pushed by yourself, you are no longer obsessed with me. Remember, the vast majority of the judgments and emotional drives yourself wallows in are about me, my attachments, my aversions. It's all about me. When the whole process gets shunted to the side, you get to see outside of it, you start to see the world from other people's viewpoint. You see that they are suffering the same way you are. They have a self too. a judgmental drill sergeant in their heads. You can feel for them. You can respond in a way that softens the interaction. You have found the beginnings of compassion. One more thing about letting go. Because you let go and no longer make yourself feel dissatisfied in this moment, does not mean the judgment is not valid. Letting go does not turn you into a wimp. Yes, someone else may have done something unfair, some wrong towards you or a loved one, or in the world, something unjust may need to be corrected. The planet may need to be cared for better, and you can do that more effectively if you are not emotionally hamstrung by yourself. There is a name in Buddhism for mindfully correcting things too. It's called effective action. And you are most effective after you have been able to let it go. And so when that popular 3-word phrase comes into your life, I love you, that one, remember that it will only be truly meaningful if the feelings and judgments of your own self don't get in the way. I'm ending this sermon. Yes, you like the word ending, eh? That little warm feeling from yourself that says, oh, he's almost done. Phew. I'm ending this sermon with a quote from someone who is not at all a Buddhist. Jalal al-Din Rumi is a Sufi poet and philosopher. He said, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have erected against it. For everyone in this universe, I wish truth, peace, liberation from their slave-driving selves. Amen. And now we will sing our final hymn, which is? Hymn number 311. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with Our final thought is a quote that I have to find now. It's right here. Yes. This is my favorite quote from the Dalai Lama, who said, very simply, when you think everything is someone else's fault, you will suffer a lot. When you realize that everything springs only from yourself, you will learn peace and joy. Thank you, and go in peace.
And join us for coffee hour.
And please feel free to enjoy our coffee hour in Heston Hall. Pardon? Oh, after the postlude. Thank you again, Jackie and students. Go ahead. Oh, that was Telemann Presto?
And during the offertory, we played Largo from the Xerxes, which was by Handel, and very old Baroque opera. But it was about being laid to earth. Don't weep for me. Don't be sad. When I die, they're going to put me in the earth, and I'll just go back to being part of everything else.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming and performing for us. We appreciate it.
Who chose Let There Be a Dance? Who chose Let There Be a Dance?
That was Bob, I guess. It was chosen before me. These were all chosen before. Bob called me and said, I got laryngitis. Do you have a sermon